Get a frying pan, put some oil in, heat it up, and then chuck in some bacon. Depends on how big it is, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Just cook it as you normally would bacon, just for about 5 minutes, turning every now and then. Alright, that's ready. Now all we want to do is take these out of the frying pan, put them on a plate with some kitchen paper or paper towels, and then we'll get on to the next part. Now get some baby spinach, chuck that in there. I don't know how much, maybe about 50 grams. And we just want to heat this until they are nicely withered. Might only take 1 or 2 minutes. Now season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm using pink Himalayan rock salt. Turn the heat off and remove this from the heat. Now add some sauce, whatever sauce you want. Pizza sauce, tomato paste, make your own sauce, whatever tickles your fancy. And just spread it evenly over the base. Now you can either make your own pizza base or you can just buy it. If you go onto my channel into the search and type in 2-ingredient pizza dough, you'll see a pizza base that I've made with 2 ingredients. Very easy, holy moly yummy. Now get some cheese. I use for this mozzarella, and about anywhere from half a cup to 3/4 of a cup, depending on how cheesy you want it. We are going to put some more cheese on, so this isn't all there is, so you don't have to go crazy. Now add the spinach. Now add the bacon. Oh, I usually like to put the bacon around the sides like this. Yum. Holy mama in a fridge. Now get an egg and put it in the middle. You can get 2 eggs, 3 eggs, doesn't really matter. Now just top with some cheese. You can put the cheese just in the middle or over the bacon as well. It's up to you. And now just top with cherry tomatoes. Yeah. Now preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius, which is about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's heated, pop it in there. This should only take about 12 minutes. Well, I hope you like this. Just get 1 cup of Greek yogurt or just natural yogurt and 1 cup of self-raising flour, just 2 ingredients. I'm using that yogurt, so put that in a mixing bowl and then you add 1 cup self-raising flour. Now all you need to do is mix it together. I just usually just use my hands. Put that down and just knead it. And just keep kneading it. Probably take about 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Just add flour as you knead it. There you go. Dough, easy. Now just try and roll it into the shape of a pizza base. I'll just get some butter that's sort of room temperature. Just give it a little mush. About 50 grams should do. Then crush up or mince 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. Chuck that in there, and want to get this mixed through it. Now that's all you need if you just want to have a basic garlic sauce, but you can add a few extra things to it just to give it a little bit more flavor. Just a pinch of ground oregano or oregano, depending on your pronunciation. A little bit of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt or table salt. Just a little bit of pepper. Just mix all that through. Now get your pizza dough. And this one is, of course, homemade. 2 ingredients. Now just grate some cheese. Sprinkle that over the top. Really just depends on how much cheese you want. If you want heaps like I do, put on heaps. So this beautiful cheesy garlic pizza, or garlic cheese pizza, or now just pop this in the oven at about 180 to 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 360 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably take about 12 to 15 minutes, and you will be eating something very yummy. The piece looks like yummy. Now get a pizza tray and get some garlic olive oil and just put it, all over the place. This will be awesome. This will just soak into the pizza base and also make it crispy. Put your pizza base on top. You can buy these pre-made like this, or you can just make your own dough. Either way, if you want to save time, just buy some. Now get some more oil. Spray the top of the pizza. Garlic flavored again, if you can find it. Now get some shredded mozzarella cheese. You'll probably use about 3 cups for this. And just spread it out over the pizza. Now get some ricotta cheese and put dollops all over it. It's up to you how much you want to use. I usually like to put tablespoon or larger size dollops. Now season with a bit of salt and pepper. I like to use sea salt. Pop this in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 25 to 30 minutes. And there is the awesome white pizza. Now if you don't want cheese spilling over the edges and stuff like I do, like this, just don't put it close to the edge. I love it spread everywhere. I just love cheese. Well, I hope you like this. And my piece. Get your pizza base. You can make one, buy one pre-made, depends on how much time you have. Now preheat your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. I'm just using some pizza sauce. You can use tomato paste or make your own. Just spread it around. Add more if you want more. Now get some cheese. For this I actually use cheddar cheese, not mozzarella. But if you want to use mozzarella, that's fine. Just put as much cheese on as you like. If you really like to have lots of cheese, put lots of cheese on. Now while you're doing this, get some sweet potato, cut it up into pieces. You can be circles, then cut in half, little chunks, whatever, and go and either boil them or steam them, just so they're a little bit soft. Now once your sweet potato is nice and soft, place the pieces wherever you want. Now get some Kalamata olives can cut them into little pieces like this and put them all over the pizza, however much you like. If you don't like olives, don't add them. Just find something that you do like. Now just pop this in the oven once it's heated, and it should take about 10 to 15 minutes, but after about 7 to 8 minutes we're going to take it out. Now once you've put the pizza in the oven, get a frying pan, chuck in some oil, whatever oil, I like olive oil, turn it up to high, and then after about 1.5 to 2 minutes turn it to around medium and chuck in strips of lamb or beef, something that is a red meat. I prefer lamb because it's awesome. Now we just want to cook this for about 3 minutes, just until it's just cooked through. Okay, once this has been in here for about a minute, we've got some of the juices off, we're going to add some rosemary. Now I've just picked this from my garden. If you can't beat homegrown rosemary. Alright, now these are ready. Now we'll just transfer them to a plate with some kitchen paper. Now once you've put the beef strips on the lamb, chuck this back in the oven for about 3 minutes. There you go, nice and yummy. I just get a little bit of baby rocket. Just chuck it on there. Oh, yummy. Well, I hope you like this. Pizza base. Spray your pizza tin and get some Nutella. Now the Nutella is what we're spreading over the base of the pizza. Yum! Now this is the fun part, if that wasn't already fun. You can just choose whatever. I put some Bounty bars, which is coconut covered in chocolate. Just chuck it in wherever. You can put Mars bars, Snickers, you can put all. You can just put whatever on here. Smaller pieces, big chunks, doesn't really matter. Whatever you want. And as far as the berries go, use about 250 grams in total, so just chuck, and make sure they're fresh. That'll be better. So I'm just using blueberries, strawberries and raspberries. Now the strawberries, I like to cut them up just because strawberries are pretty big. Now just pop this in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Should only take about 15 to 20 minutes. And then, oh yeah, yummo. Now just melt a little bit of white chocolate and just, I'm going to just spread that across it. Yum! Oh! This is so yummy. Well, I hope you like this. Now for this, what I do is I poach some chicken breast. I just cut it up into pieces and strips and chuck it in here, medium heat for about 5 minutes. Once it gets to a boil, turn it down and simmer it for about another 5 to 10 minutes. Get a pizza base. You can make one if you want. Now you want to get some mango chutney and spread it over the base. It depends how much you want. I usually use, I don't know, 2 or 3 tablespoons. Get a bowl and we want to combine about 2 to 3 tablespoons of tandoori paste, depends on how strong you want it. Just put that in there. Then add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now add about 1/4 cup or so of plain yogurt. And we want to mix this together. Now the chicken that we poached, once it's done and you've drained it, chuck that in there. We just want to coat this. And we'll put the chicken on. Once we've put on some onions, so we cut up onions into strips, put them on it, then we cut up some baby spinach, put that all over it, and then we put the chicken on it with the tandoori paste. And just dollop the paste. Well, sorry for not showing the putting on of the onion and the baby spinach, because for some reason my camera cut out, so that's why I sort of got straight into this. Was already partly on there. Now cut up about anywhere from 1 to 3 tablespoons of raisins or sultanas. Just cut them in half or into thirds. Just sprinkle them over the pizza. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Yes, it is. Now get some slivered almonds and sprinkle them over. 1 or 2 tablespoons should be enough. Now sprinkle with some grated cheese. Just tasty cheese is fine. How much you put on is entirely up to you. Alright, now that's done, just chuck it in the oven. Put the oven on about 220 degrees Celsius, which is about 440 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably take about 12 to 15 minutes. And then you're done, and eat, enjoy. This is awesome. Yummy. You can serve it up as is, or get a little bit of that yogurt, the plain yogurt, and just throw it on. It's usually what I do. I hope you like this. Now get a bowl, and what you want to do is add 1 small tomato that you've cut up and diced. Add 50 grams of ham that's cut up, 3 tablespoons of grated pizza cheese, mozzarella cheese, and 1 teaspoon of oregano or oregano. Fresh preferably, but if you can't get fresh, dried will do. Now just put this aside. Get a jug and put in 6 eggs. Then add 1/3 cup of milk and lightly whisk. Get a frying pan and just grease it. Turn the heat on to medium. Just let this warm up for about a minute. So get your egg mixture and pour it in. Now I want to cook this for 60 seconds to start off, and just leave it here. We don't do anything, just leave this for 60 seconds as is. Alright, that's looking good. So about a minute, you should have the edges just starting to set. That's what you want. So what we do is just push this to the center, like that. Let's push it straight in. So we want what isn't already cooking to run off and cover the pan. So just do that. Now we want to cook this for a further 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Now as you can see, it's starting to set around the sides and it's got that creamy look. Now get the mixture here, pour that straight over the top of it, and just mush it all in like this. Now turn the heat off and just set this aside for now. For this next part, you can use just bread if you wish, pizza bases, just whatever. So I've just chosen this so it's nice and round, so it's the shape of a pizza, and get some either tomato paste or some pizza sauce and just spread it all over the base. Now pop this in the microwave for 45 seconds on high. Alrighty, now I'll get the mixture and put it straight over the top. Yummy, yum, yum. What I'm going to be using is some garlic, rocket, lemon, cherry tomatoes, some chilies, capsicum. We've got some chocolate mint, baby spinach, kale. We've got some rosemary here, parsley, some lemon thyme, chives. And I made my own pizza sauce, which I may make a video of that in the future. So get the sauce and put that over the base of the pizza and just spread it out, however thick or thin that you like. Now first thing I'm going to add is garlic. Now you can cut it up into pieces like I have, you can crush it, dice it, mince it, whatever. Cut up however much you want. I'm cutting up 1 clove. Then add capsicum. I've just cut the capsicum up into little strips like this. Now get the lemon thyme, cut it. Now I haven't dried this or anything, I just basically got it fresh. Now there might be a few little stems in there. If you don't like that, then just pull the leaves off without the stems, but I don't mind the stems, there's nothing wrong with them. Now get chives and just cut that. Now we've got the parsley, and now we'll get some of the rosemary. Just put that over the pizza. Now I'm going to cut up some kale. I'll chuck on the baby spinach. Now get the chocolate mint and just throw some of that over it to give it a really interesting flavour balance. Chuck some of the, or all if you prefer. I'm chucking the cherry tomatoes on. That's it. Put more on if you want. Now you throw on the chili. Oh, I'm throwing it on with the seeds because I want this to have a nice little kick. And the rocket. Excuse me. And then just chuck on some cheese. Now this is the only ingredient that I haven't grabbed from my garden. Now, even if I had cheese, I wouldn't be grabbing it from my garden. Lemon juice. Squeeze that over the top. Now just pop this in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It should only take about 12 minutes. Can't smell anything. Oh. See you next time for my next meal. Come here, baby. Get a frying pan, put in about 1/4 cup roughly of olive oil, and cut up into slices. You can grind this if you want, or mush it, whatever. 8 cloves of garlic. Now we just want to slowly warm these just for a couple of minutes. Alright, now that's done, just turn the heat off and then scoop out the garlic and set aside. Now get a pizza base and put some garlic oil on the base and a little layer on top of the pizza as well as underneath. Get some ricotta cheese, the cream cheese. So ricotta, cream cheese, and we're going to use that as a thin base. We're not using tomato paste, not using any pizza base, nothing. Now you want to grate some lemon zest, about a tablespoon or so. You can get that. And just sprinkle it over the base. And get your garlic. And just spread that all over it. Now get the frying pan with the oil that's still in it and put in as many prawns as you want. I usually put in about 300 grams. You can buy ones that already have some garlic flavoring with them, or just buy plain ones. Chuck them in here, and we just want to cook these just for about a minute. We don't need to cook them all the way through. We just want to give them a little bit of an orangey colour. Just place them wherever you like. Now if you don't want to use ricotta cream cheese, just buy some fresh ricotta cheese and use about a cup of that. Now just get half a cup of cheese. I'm using mozzarella, so we don't want to use too much. Then get some grated Parmesan cheese and sprinkle that over it. You want to use, well, as much as you want, anywhere from 1/3 of a cup to a whole cup. You get some parsley, sprinkle that over the top. However much you want. I usually just cut up enough for about 3 tablespoons worth. Now just pop this in the oven at about 220 degrees Celsius, which is about 240 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 8 to 10 minutes, and that should be enough. Well, I hope you like this. Now for this, get your pizza base. You can buy one, make one. Get some olive oil and just brush it over the base. Now get some salt. I'm using Himalayan pink rock salt. You can use sea salt. You can just now get some green and red grapes. These are also called white grapes. Cut them in half. Get about a tablespoon of olive oil and pour it over the top. Then get some rosemary. I've just picked this from my garden, and pull the little bits off and put it in there, and then we will mix it. I'll just mix this together. Yeah. Now just put this over the pizza. Now you can, move it around, put it where you want. Now, when I said get some grapes, blah blah blah, it really, I didn't say how much, just because it doesn't really matter, just however much you want. Now get some bocconcini cheese, looks like this, and just sort of crumble it a bit and spread it out. Now you can sprinkle however much you want. I just grabbed one of these. One of these is probably about 30 grams. So once you've crumbled up that, I just crumbled up one of these, then grab a few whole ones like that and just chuck them wherever you want. Now just get some mozzarella, pizza cheese, cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you want. Now through this I'm not really giving particular amounts, I'm just saying get some because, you know, it's how much you want to add. But if you want to have something that's a little bit more specific and just be able to copy what I do, just look in the description and I'll have how much I use. Then get about anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons of pine nuts and just sprinkle over the pizza. Now preheat your oven to 230 degrees Celsius, which is about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Pop it in there, it should take about 10 minutes. Well, I hope you like this. Look at that. And that. First, what I use is for the base, so I have a thin and crispy pizza, is pita bread or Lebanese bread. Then I will spread my homemade pizza base sauce. My previous video I showed you how to make this, so I'll put a link in there so you can see how I made this. The first thing I put on is some mushrooms. Next I put on the cheese. Next I put on some grated Parmesan cheese. Next I put on some cut up onion. Next I put on some red and green capsicum. Then I put on a bit of tomato, not a lot. Next I sprinkle on some ham, just some shredded or cut up ham. Now for some cabanossi. Next ingredient I put on is sour cream, followed by some guacamole. Now here comes the salami. And here come the prawns. I put on garlic prawns. Can't forget the prawns. Or as they're often called in America, shrimps. And finally, some sweet chili sauce. I put on sweet Thai sauce. I just sprinkle it all over it, over the top of it. Just gives it some added flavour. Just put this in the oven at about 200 to 210 degrees for roughly 20 minutes. There it is, ready to eat. We have a nice crispy base. It's a bit hot, so I'll just do that. Oh, yum. Now get some muffins. I've used for this English muffins. Then get some pizza sauce. Glob that down and spread it out. Put as much as you wish on. Now get some black olives and cut them so you've got that. Then get some what we call shallots or spring onions. They're known as scallions. Just cut a little piece. Put it in there. That's for the eyes. Now get some cheese. Cut them into slices or use cheese sticks or whatever and just whack them across. All over the place, so it sort of has that look of a mummy a bit. Just repeat that with all of them. Put this in the oven for about 10 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 180 degrees Celsius. Alrighty, just leave these here to cool for a few minutes and then eat. Or you can eat straight away. Some people like to burn themselves. Hope you like this. Now before we start, you want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you want to buy bread that's sort of shaped like this, these little buns, and you want to cut them right down the center. So these will be the shape of the little ships. Alright, now you've got the shape of the ships, get either tomato paste or some sort of pizza sauce and just spread it over the bottom. Now what I do is I like to put a bit of cheese on the base. I will also put cheese over the top, but it's entirely up to you. I mean, these are little pizza chips, and however you want to make a pizza, whatever ingredients you like on it, that will fit. Just do it yourself, whatever you like. This is just the type that I like to make, or one of the types, there's quite a few. I like to then put some pineapple pieces, just cut up some pineapple and chuck that on there. Next I like to add some cabanossi and some capsicum. Now just top with a bit more cheese. And then you just put these in the oven for about, probably about 10 minutes. Basically once the cheese is melted and maybe it's starting to go a little golden, whatever your preferred melting is. There you have pizza chips. Oh, so yummy. Get a small saucepan, turn the heat on to low, get 1/3 of a cup of milk. You can use full cream or light, doesn't really matter. And then add about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of cheese. Now the type of cheese you use is up to you. You can use regular cheese, cheddar, you can use mozzarella, you can use a bit of both. Now we just want to stir this as it heats so it melts and becomes a nice creamy cheese sauce. Now while you're doing this, you want to boil some macaroni. Just get about 1 cup of macaroni and just follow the instructions on the packet. There you go. Nice creamy cheese sauce. Now get a pizza base. Either make it from scratch, you can usually just buy pre-made pizza bases. Now get the macaroni that you've made. Put that over the pizza. Now what I like to do is I like to also get a little bit of olive oil and just put it over the base before I put the macaroni on it. Now get some grated cheese. Just use cheddar. You can use mozzarella. Now get that cream cheese. You don't need to use all of it. Just sprinkle just a little bit over it. Now pop this in the oven at about 220 degrees Celsius, which is around 450 degrees Fahrenheit, for probably about 10 to 12 minutes. This is so yummy. Now I just cut it up into your desired pieces. Oh, crunch. OMG. Okay, just get a small pizza base, little mini one. I like to use this particular base. You can just use tomato paste or whatever. Just put a bit on there. And then spread it around. Just get some shaved or shredded ham. Just dump that all over it. Then get pineapple chunks. Just one from a can is fine. just place as much as you wish. And just top with mozzarella cheese. If you like a lot of cheese, put a lot on. It's all good. Now all you need to do is turn your oven on to about 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 360 degrees Fahrenheit, and bake it for probably about 10 to 12 minutes. Well, I hope you like this. Just get a mini pizza base. I like to use pizza sauce. You can use tomato paste or whatever. Just put however much on that you want. Usually about a tablespoon should be plenty. And just spread it all over the base. I get some shaved or shredded ham. Just chuck that over it. Then get some pineapple. Canned pineapples is fine. And just put some of that on. Then cut up some red and green capsicum. Capsicum, I think in the US is called bell peppers, I think. And just cut up some mushrooms, put them on. Now you don't have to put these on in this order. You can put the mushrooms down first if you want. Now just top with some mozzarella cheese and then pop this in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Should only take about 10 to 12 minutes, and then you'll be eating like a king or queen or jester. Well, I hope you like this. Ooh, yeah. Oh, if only there was smell-o-vision. And before I do anything, I get tomato paste or a pizza sauce base, about 140 or 150 grams, and I put in 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and just mix it in together. You get your pizza tray, brush it or spray it with some olive oil. You get your pizza base. You can make it from scratch or you can just buy it pre-ready to go, pre-made. Then give that a little spray with some olive oil. Then I get the tomato sauce mixed with garlic. Put that on your pizza. Now I'll get about a cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded, and just spread that about. Now cut up half a small red onion or a quarter of a large one and sprinkle the onion all over. Then cut up half a green capsicum. I think they're called over in the United States peppers, bell peppers or something I think. Then cut up half a tomato. Then cut up 4 good sized mushrooms. Now get some ricotta cheese and just put some dollops wherever you like. Then get a further 1 to 2 cups, depending on how cheesy you like your pizza. Same again, shredded mozzarella, and spread it all over. Then get some salami, cut them into pieces, unless they already come pre-sliced, then that saves some time, and just place them over the cheese. Put as much on as you like. Just pop this in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 15 to 20 minutes. Excellent. Now just cut up pieces and eat forever. Yum. G'day, welcome to the Simple Cooking Channel. I'm going to show you how I make my very own Simple Cooking Channel pizza. This is just how I make my favorite pizza of all time. So let's go. Simple Cooking, Simple Cooking, Simple Cooking Channel. Okay, before I do anything, I get tomato paste or a pizza sauce base, about 140 or 150 grams, and I put in 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and just mix it in together. Now get your pizza tray, brush it or spray it with some olive oil. Now get your pizza base. You can make it from scratch or you can just buy it pre-ready to go, pre-made. Then give that a little spray with some olive oil. Now get the tomato sauce mixed with garlic. Put that on your pizza. Now get about a cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded, and just spread that about. Now cut up half a small red onion or a quarter of a large one and sprinkle the onion all over. Then cut up half a green capsicum. I think they're called over in the United States peppers, bell peppers or something, I think. Then cut up half a tomato. Then cut up 4 good sized mushrooms. Now get some ricotta cheese and just put some dollops wherever you like. Then get a further 1 to 2 cups, depending on how cheesy you like your pizza. Same again, shredded mozzarella, and spread it all over. Then get some salami, cut them into pieces, unless they already come pre-sliced, then that saves some time, and just place them over the cheese. Put as much on as you like. Just pop this in the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 15 to 20 minutes. Excellent. Now just cut up pieces and eat forever. Yum. Well, I hope you like this. I'll see you next time for my next meal. Now get your pizza base, cook it first, then you get some strawberry jam, put that all over the base. Then get peanut butter. Now you can put the peanut butter down first and then this, it's entirely up to you. This is seriously so yummy. So like I said, you can just put the peanut butter first and then the strawberry. It doesn't really matter because I like to mix them together anyway. Now I want to use dividers, so you could use chocolates, like Kit Kats, whatever. I like to use these fruit flavored sticks. Whatever color, you can match them up, doesn't really matter. Just place them like that. Now just start decorating with anything you want. For this section, I'm going to use some green and yellow M&Ms. I think for this one I'll use these little things. They're called strawberries and creams here. Now I'm going to add these things. These out here in Australia are called freckles. Put them wherever you want. That one. Then I'm adding Jaffas. Just remember, you can put whatever you want in here. This is just whatever favourite treats you like, and just a way to be a bit creative. Now I'm adding some white chocolate melts. Now I'm adding some mini Tim Tams. Then I'm adding some mini marshmallows. Oh yeah. And for my final piece, I'm putting some little coloured sprinkly doobie whackers here. And there you go. So yummy. Well, I hope you like this. Oh, look. Well, this is awesome. I won't be eating it because this is for a party for people that want to eat sugar and bounce off the walls for 3 days. So I'll see you next time for my next meal. Simple Cooking Channel.